Hey everyone. Ugh, yet another day and another live. So used to doing these now, I don't think I could go a day without doing one. It's just, it's amazing what happens when you get into a routine, hey? But I enjoy doing them. It's a good way to connect with you guys and so you know what's going on and everything like that. I'll wait till some people come on, make sure that the volumes are working. Become paranoid about that now. The old volume. So, oh, someone's coming on. Hello, hello. Yes, you can hear me. I can take it you can hear me. Yep, all the likes. Okay, that's brilliant. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, we know what I covered on my live last night. For the most part of it, it was actually a shorter live than normal. And I'll see if I can shorten them down a little bit. It's probably better for you guys. But my live last night, I really focused on what the vision is for Bitcoin Ascension, what my vision is, and why I made Bitcoin Ascension. I won't go into it all again. We've got that live, so and recorded. And if you missed yesterday's, it's on YouTube, but it's also in the Facebook group. But go to YouTube and have a watch. I think it's an important one on my lives because I want people to understand where I came from. So and why I do what I do, and why I'm so passionate and excited about doing what I do. So as a result of that video last night, I have been inundated with messages from members and from new people as well, and people who are in the group who have never joined and now want to join. I think things become easier when people believe in what you believe in. So there's a million programs out there, and all they talk about is money. You know, do this, make money, 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 money. You know, and things like that. They're as common. You can't walk 3 steps without hitting a program or coming up online. The problem with that is the companies only focus on the money. They don't focus on anything else, and in a lot of cases, I'm not saying every program's like that, but and I think that's where they're really missing the point, and that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. Have people believe in your vision. When you were talking to people, when you were advertising and things like that, in my as I said last night, in my ads, I won't have anything really about the matrix at all. It'll be the vision of Bitcoin Ascension. How can we help you? That sort of thing. And then when they talk to us, they ask us how, we show them how. Simple as that. And that's what we're doing. I had a good talk with Juliet tonight about that. For her ad of the day and things like that has to be completely changed now. But I really don't want this get in now. I don't want the marketing. I don't want the cliches that all these common little programs and scams are using. It's just overused, and I don't want to be considered one of those programs. I want people to believe in the vision. So we sort of changed the way we're doing things. I've already talked to people like Clive Anderson, Craig. If you saw Craig Smith's videos that he made some just amazing videos. The latest one he did that Terry Phillips uploaded to YouTube and posted in the group page. Very, very moving, very, very good. He's an absolute artist when it comes to doing these and getting these set up right. I love his music compilation that he places with it, the pictures he uses, the words he uses, and it really put across not only what Bitcoin Ascension is about, but what our vision is as well. And it's no longer my vision; it's our vision. So many people contacted me today saying, my God, it's about time something like this came along. And remember, you're not here for me, you're here for you, but you're here to help others. You're not here just because of me. You're here because you have this same vision. All I've done is create something in the how of how to get there. And we're all just sharing it together. And sharing a dream like this, when you get enough people, it becomes a movement. And when you get even more people, it becomes a revolution. And I think that's what's needed in the online industry. The revolution of transparency, integrity, reliability, respect and compassion, as well as passion. That's what's needed. That's what's missing from the online industry. And it's something I really, really want to put back in. Bring the integrity back to the online programs. There are, as I said, there are some really, really good programs out there, and I want to be one of them. But I really want Bitcoin Ascension to become ultimately a foundation, and we can get there through this with the matrix and the other things I'll be bringing in. So, I'm really excited, and I'm really, really happy it was received so well, and so many people did understand it. Some of you may not understand it yet, but I hope you will soon, because that's the direction we're going. We're no longer trying to, blindside, a lot of programs, you got to leave out a lot of detail and things like that. With us, I just want us to be open and transparent about everything we do and everything we have, and what we want to do. Now, if people want to share that vision, if people really want to feel safe again and have a chance and want to share this with others, and I'm talking anyone, that's why I made it automated, so anyone could join, your nana can join. If she's got an internet connection, she can join. Terry signed her dad up, and, but she looks after it for him and everything like that. But he's got a dream as well, so and he's always asking about it and things like that. So not that he's on Facebook or anything. He's a good bloke though. So anyone can do this, but what we're doing is we're not trying to get people into the matrix. We're trying to help people see the vision of what the world should be, and to join us in that movement of healing the world, and healing people. And I'm not talking just physically. I'm talking mentally and spiritually. In terms of their soul and things like that. There's a lot to heal with people these days. When I was a young lad, things were pretty open, things were pretty straight up front and things like that. Then again, we didn't have the social media we have now, where everyone just stays online and everyone knows what everyone is doing and things like that. Everyone's in a hurry, and of course economics changed to where it was just usually one parent going out and working and one stayed home with the children, usually the mother, back in the day. And that changed over time, but now economic times, even over here in Australia, which is, our economics are pretty good right now. But if you want to own a home, if you want to have a life with your family, both of you usually need to work, unless the one person in your family, whether it's the dad or the mum, has a very, very high paying job. And what are you losing when you're doing that? When both of you are working, what are you losing? Especially if you have children, you're losing time with the kids. You're missing things growing up. I used to work in immigration, and I used to work a lot of hours. I used to work weekends as well, helping up citizenship ceremonies and things like that. I worked a lot, and my children were very young, and I was missing it, absolutely missing it. The money was good and everything like that, but it was not worth it. You could have paid me 10 times as much, and it still wouldn't have been worth missing my daughter or my son taking their first steps. It's not worth it. So I actually quit that job and went into a warehousing job, which was a bit strange for me because I'm usually a data entry sort of person. So I went into warehousing, medical warehousing. I thought I was still sort of helping if it was medical. So they said, "Oh, you need a forklift ticket." So I went down the coast for the weekend, and it was supposed to take 2 days to get a forklift ticket if you're good enough, and I got it in a day because I understood the health and safety part, which was a big part, and I could actually steer the damn thing and move things in. Nervous as hell though. It's like a driving test in a sense, but that's what I did. I sacrificed money because it was a lower paying job to have time with my family. Okay. Because in the end, your family is everything. You know, while you're single, or if you're married and you don't have kids and no responsibilities, sure, go out and work and build up your money, you know, that sort of thing, you know, but make sure you've got time for yourselves as well. You know, you can't be working all the time. That's not what life's all about. And that's what we've got to teach people. You know, you can buy a lot of things with money, but you can't get the time back. And you really do regret it. I know one fella, his father, you know, he was in a family and his dad worked really hard because he had a goal, because he wanted to have the family all set up nicely, you know, the wife happy, all that sort of thing. He got so involved with what he was doing because he was so focused on his goal, he missed the whole journey on the way to that goal. He worked so much. By the time he got to his goal, he basically lost his family, you know, ended up in divorce because she never saw him. He was too busy. You know, their relationship got strained. The children hardly knew him because he was never there. And by the time he got to that goal, he got to where he wanted to get. But the reason he was doing it, you know, his vision of why he was doing it was lost. And they're gone, you know, and that's really sad. And we don't want that happening anymore, do we? No, we don't want that happening. We want people to be with their families. There's so much structure that is breaking down these days. And I want to stop that. I want families to stay together. I want people to have time to talk, you know, and things like that, and enjoy life and smile and laugh. Well, I'm never sick. Why am I never sick? Because I laugh a lot. You know, simple as that. I laugh a lot. And that's why I'm not sick. You'd think I would be with the amount of hours I work and the late nights I keep. As I said, it's past 3 a.m. now here, and I'm still bubbly and alive and ready to go. I can go for a run now if I wanted to, and I've been up all day, you know, because of my passion for this. But I don't work so much that I don't have time for my children, you know. Big difference is knowing that and identifying that. And you may be doing the things you're doing for the right reason, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out that way. So I'm hoping with Bitcoin Ascension, people sharing that vision and giving them something that's automated, they don't have to spend a lot of time with, because we're all working together. You know, we still want to advertise, we still want to juice the posts, and we still want, but juice the posts with something that, other than the cliche marketing things, because that's what we're not cliche. We're something different. Okay, we're something refreshing to the world, online and offline, I believe. So, you know, when you comment from the heart, you know, and it can be the same comment on 10 different advertisements, but make sure it's from the heart. I think that's what we have to portray ourselves as, people with the vision, and then we'll show you how. So that's what I want to do. Those ads that Craig did, the videos he did, they're only short videos, and he did an amazing job with those, and I'll be using those in my advertising as well, because I really want people to understand. And I had quite a few come to me today, and they said, "Oh, what's Bitcoin Ascension all about?" And so I told them about the vision of what we're trying to create, and where we want to be, you know. And he says, "How do you do that?" Well, I'll show you how we do that. You know, I showed him the matrix, and I said, "This is the beginning stages of the Bitcoin Ascension. We're using this matrix system. It's totally automated, and you don't need a referral link. It's just one link, so we're all working together on the same thing. It's sort of like a massive crowdfunding project that we're all working on to create what we want to do to heal the world. Even though we have individual goals, it'll still all heal the world, you know. Because I don't think any of you are crowdfunding for like a nuclear weapon. So we should be fairly safe there. And they were sort of amazed that, you know, that I wasn't just trying to get them in. And I said, no, I don't want you to join me. I want you to understand the vision first. And they took time, and I was probably talking to them about half an hour, and they really got the vision. And so they're coming in tomorrow. They're organising their Bitcoin now and things like that, and they're going to come in tomorrow. And so I'll be welcoming them with open arms. So very excited that people get the vision, because I think when people are working together because they share the vision, and not just because they're paid to, it's because they share the vision. Like my admin, they share the vision, they're not paid, they do what they do out of a passion, Terry's there doing stuff on Pinterest. Make sure you check out the Pinterest. She's got the links in there. Instagram and things like that. She does that because she understands the vision. Elaine does what she does because she shares the vision. Juliet, all of them. Katie, Jamie, Mandy, they're all there for that reason, because they share the vision so much so. And things go better when you're working with a vision, and not because you have to. It's because you want to be there, and it's no longer a job, is it? It's a part of your life. So okay, so I've got on about that. I wasn't going to talk about the vision, but I wanted to talk about the direction we're going and how we're talking to people. So when people come to you, you're not saying, oh yeah, it's a 2x6 matrix, get on in, come on, just put your Bitcoin in there, just go away, you won't need to do anything else. I want them to understand the vision of what we're doing, because the people who join us with that vision and agreeing with that vision and saying, yes, that's what I've always wanted to do, things will go much, much faster for us, which is great, because that means we get to our goals sooner as well. We get to our what's, but we also can heal the world as well. So fantastic stuff. And let's see, what else is happening? I was talking to Mandy tonight. She was inspired by the vision as well. She always had the vision, but actually hearing what I said last night sort of thing, it's like wow, and then watching Craig's videos and it's wow again. And I hope people are being wowed by Craig's videos and my video from last night. She wants to do a competition of sorts, a promotion. We're not going to call them competitions anymore, they're promotions. And what it is she's going to donate an early position. It's in the 800s, I believe. I think 800s or 900s, I can't remember. But it's under 1,000, and the position number. And instead of just how many you can recruit, because that's not what we're about, we want you, we'll put up a post, and we want you to share with people this vision, using this way, this method of what we're doing it. Invite them in, have them upgrade. So it's sort of like recruiting, but you know, we're not just recruiting for a business anymore. Okay, that's what I had to try and get across last night. So when they have an upgraded, all you do is when you comment, you know, you can comment their name and their username, or just their username. And what Mandy will do is look down the comments at all the usernames, and she will pick a winner, and that person will be gifted an early position, which is fantastic and very generous indeed. And that's what we're all about, I guess, but it's still a generous thing to do. And what will happen is, if you are like someone like Craig Smith and you bring in 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10, the way he goes, you know, put their comment on each separate line, a comment with their username, and that gives you more chances of winning that early position. So we'll put the post up, so start doing that now, and to win that early position. And thank you, Mandy Diamond, for doing this. We'll run it for this week. So when I do my live on, well, my Monday morning sort of thing, it'll be Sunday night, I'll put a time up so you guys know. But it'll be basically finished Sunday afternoon, US time, evening, English time. And that's when it'll finish. So we've got all week, and let's go out there and let's share what Bitcoin Ascension is all about, and what we want to accomplish, and you know, you've got a chance of winning a position as well. And I think with that, because it's the person sharing who will win that position, the person, the comment that's picked, when she picks a number between 1 and, I'm hoping, like 100, what I'll do is that comment that she picks, the person that wins, the username that comment's on, I will also purchase them a new position as well in the matrix. So the person who's sharing the vision gets the early position, and the new person that's just come in will receive a second position from me. I'll upgrade a new one for them as well, so they'll have 2 positions to start with. I think that's fair, and and then it just gives them a kick along as well. But yeah, and remember, as many people as we're bringing in sharing division, that means they're sharing division to a whole heap of people as well. And this is how we can set up a foundation, and this is how we want to go. Now, Craig Smith won that competition from Barbara Stuhl for the spot she bought for his sharing basically the program and getting people to join, and he's donating that position he won to Bitcoin Ascension for the foundation. So that will be called Ascension Foundation, that username, when we get it done. Thank you very much, Craig. That again, your generosity knows no bounds at all. I have so much respect for you, and you inspire me every single day. You're an amazing man, and I can't wait to go to the UK and meet you and sit down and have a pint with you. I don't think I've ever drunk a pint of beer. I don't know if I can, but sit down and I want to meet everyone in the end. But I can't wait to meet Craig. He's a true inspiration to me, and keeps me pumped and going and everything. So yeah, I'll put the post up for Mandy's thing, and we'll go from there. So you can go out sharing right now. I'll put the post up and you'll be able to put the username up because I know where we're at. So I know there won't be anyone trying to sneak in early ones or anything like that. So that's all right. So that's going all well. I haven't heard from the programmer today, but I know he was getting that second program in to look at it. So I'm going to give him a little bit of time to get that sorted because the guy will go through it. I'll check with him again tomorrow and see how that's going. And yeah, it was just this one position won't align properly, and that's what's sort of gumming up the work. So they'll fix it, but he's going to get some help in with the guys a little more experienced, which is fantastic because I didn't ask him to. He did that off his, and so no pride there. He really wants this fixed and running properly. As I said, we're still flipping people over and cycling, and people when you are cycling, and the people who have cycled on, say, level 3s, getting paid out level 2 or level 3, can you contact Terry Phillips with a pic of it? She's putting it on Pinterest, making a nice board of people upgrading. She'll use it on Instagram and things like that as well. So if you could please do that, you can either make a post on the group page that you've cycled, even if it's an older one, that's okay. We just want the pic of it, and that way we can use it when we're sharing. Because a lot of people ask, I share your vision, but is anyone getting their what? And we are. And as I said, when people cycle, they shouldn't see it as making money. They should see it as one step closer to their why, and take the money side out of it. I mean, I know a lot of people are interested in money, but the money's there. It's there. It's there. We already know it's there. It's obvious it's there, but it's the goal that's what's important. So of what you want to do, that's why you're doing it. You're not doing it just to make money and put it in your pocket. I mean, some of you might be, if you covered money that much and everything like that, that's fine too. I don't disrespect you for that, but it's still a goal, isn't it? I want to get 1,000 Bitcoin this year. That's your goal. That's fine, but you're still one step closer to your goal. So I think if we start shifting our thoughts, we've already shifted the whole paradigm of online marketing with what we're doing here at Bitcoin Ascension. People say it's just a matrix. It's not. It's not. It's a movement in order to heal the world. We're a much bigger picture than just a plain old matrix. The other thing I wanted to talk about as well, I got contacted by someone today. He was promoting a business rather badly at me. He didn't ask how I was, who I was. It's just business. And I said, so I typed in there, because I'm not nasty to these people. I typed in there, I said, thank you for the offer, but I run my own program now. And he says, well, if you were really an entrepreneur, you'd be in several businesses already. You'd have, 10 businesses at least. And he says, like the big entrepreneurs. And I said, you do realise that big entrepreneurs, and I guess he's talking people like Gates and Trump and I can't remember them all, the philanthropists that are out there and stuff like that. I said, they didn't start off trying to run 10 businesses. They started off with one. They worked their backsides off and made it a success. And then they diversified. into others as well, while that one was a success. They didn't go into 10 and hope for the best. Yeah, I don't think you'll find an entrepreneur out there worth his salt, like one that's very, very successful, who jumped into 10 different programs and became a millionaire over, over a period of time. The entrepreneurs that are around are ones that they picked where they wanted to be, they worked their backsides off it with everyone else, they succeeded, and then they diversified after that because they had the money to really make the difference, and then they could focus on something else. Because this one's basically running on autopilot, it's going that well, they could dedicate more time to something else as well, but always keeping an eye on that business. But you get a lot of people that come online and they want to make money as fast as they can, and they pick 5 to 10 programs, and they're in them all, and they try and run them all, and they can't, so they have to drop one, and then they have to drop 2, and then they have to drop 3. Before they know it, the one that they thought they'd pick has gone down. and the ones they had, sort of thing, and they're behind, and I think it's putting too much pressure on anyone trying to run that many and really put in the serious time, because again, you're now missing out on the family, you've now got extra stress in your life and things like that. I don't think that's a better option personally, but I was trying to explain to this guy, but he didn't care. He said, oh no, all entrepreneurs start off with 10, 20 businesses. I'm going, okay mate, yeah, you're dreaming, because they don't. Simple as that. People like to use the terminology, too many eggs in, don't put all your eggs in one basket, and you have to diversify if you want to make money. It's actually a bit of a myth, okay? When you're successful, yes, diversify, it's very, very smart. But when you're just starting and you've only got 20, 30 bucks or 50 bucks or 100 bucks, don't try and put it in 10 different places. You're diluting the power that you have of what you want to create. You're diluting your time, you're diluting your funds, of what you want to create for yourself, and you're getting nowhere. And that's from experience, believe me, because I started off the same way. So I'm not saying you have to be with Bitcoin Ascension. I'm just saying don't try and get into too many and dilute what you were doing. And you think, wow, Bitcoin Ascension is doing really well, or whatever program you're in is doing really well, but I jumped into 5 others. But if I'd used those funds and that time that I can't get back anymore onto that program, I could have done so much better. Okay, so don't dilute your time, don't dilute your funds, and believe in what you're doing. And if you don't, there's no point. You might as well just stick your money in the bank and do your job until you're 65, 70 years old, and then try and enjoy yourself afterwards. Okay? Okay, that's it for me. I've driveled on long enough. I just wanted to give you some advice and reinforce what I was talking about last night, and the way we want to talk to people about this. If they share the vision, the company, Bitcoin Ascension becomes stronger, because you've got people who want to be here, who are passionate to be here, because they want to see that sort of thing. And all the comments I'm seeing today and all the messages I got today really, really excited people. And because the light turned on, apparently, when I was talking on my live, the old light upstairs turned on for them, and they went, you're right, this is what I've always wanted, this is what I've been searching for. And I never really thought about it until you said it that way. So thank you for listening last night, and thank you for listening again tonight, and every night you listen to me. And I hope I'm giving value for you, for your life, and you're learning something new every day. Okay? Love you all very, very much. I'll be back on tomorrow. If I'm up early enough and everything like that, I'll chuck on my Zoom again to talk to some people if they just want to have a chat, so I can hear from you instead of you just hearing from me. And we can talk about vision and anything you want to talk about. If you want to talk about your cat, that's fine. I love hearing about that sort of thing. But let's connect. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun instead of just me doing all the talking all the time. I will talk to you all again tomorrow at some stage. I'll be going to bed not long after this because I've been told that I need more sleep. Only by you bunch of nags. Bitcoin Ascension. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye, guys.